How's it, and welcome back to Hawaiian Horology. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Rolex Explorer II, and more specifically the evolution of the fourth hand on this iconic model. The Explorer II made its debut in 1971 with the now iconic reference 1650, and the fourth hand, although its original purpose was kind of an AM/PM indicator, it was more used for daylight hours. It was on the bottom half of your watch between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. It'll be on the bottom, and the nighttime will be from pretty much 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it'll kind of be from dawn till dusk, and then dusk until dawn. On its release, this watch was pretty much a bust, a flop, or a dud, whatever you want to call it. Just looking at the Steve McQueen 1655, the dial looks really busy with all the lume plots there. The orange hand was disproportionate to the size of the dial. It looked really large, but they really did that so they could fit. They did that to fit as much lume as possible. And the steel 24-hour bezel is really different, probably really unique when it first came out. And even now, this watch is very iconic. Everybody knows the Explorer II and the 24-hour fixed bezel. You don't really see a lot of other brands or companies making watches with this type of bezel on it. Off the top of my head, I only can really think about, the Tudor Black Bay Pro, which was an homage-ish to, maybe not an homage, but a tribute, I would say, to the original 1655. There's a couple of Grand Seiko models out there that do have the 24-hour bezel in their quartz GMT models. But other than that, I can't really think of too many watches that have this type of 24-hour fixed steel bezel. But if you do know any of these models, just let me know in the comments below and I'll go ahead and check them out. The first really big change to the fourth hand was in 1985 when Rolex introduced reference 16550 with the introduction of the Rolex Caliber 3085, which including a jump hour. So the fourth hand was no longer only tied to the hour hand. You can move the time zones back and forward wherever you're traveling. So it made it less of an AM/PM indicator, which you could still use it for, but more of a travel watch. And just looking at this one personally, in the evolution of the fourth hand for the Explorer II, this is my least favorite iteration of it. He's introduced a slim red hand with a more proportionately sized triangle, but I think for me, the fourth hand should be orange, and I think it's more classic as an orange piece, even when they brought it out for the newer models here. So this change, it made the watch more proportional, but it just didn't have the Explorer II DNA, in my opinion. The slim red hand lasted for about 26 years until Rolex unveiled the 216570 that brought back the large orange hand and finally restored order to the force. The new orange hand was not as large as the original 1655, but a lot more proportional to the other hands on this model and the dial. And to be honest, this is the favorite orange hand of the bunch. And in 2021, for the 50th anniversary, I remember there being lots of predictions. What are they going to do with the Explorer II? I've seen a lot of mock-ups of it with a green fourth hand. That would have been nice, but I think it would have been a little out of the box for Rolex there. But all they did was slim down the lugs and pretty much make it almost the same. Nothing changed with the orange hand. And this is the model I have for you right here. I think it looks great. It feels wonderful on my wrist. It is large for some, but for me, this watch fits just right. And I think personally, I don't think they're going to do much to this Explorer II line. They may just keep refining it how they're refining other models. I don't think there's going to be any more big changes. I think this is the model and this is the way they're going to move forward. So there's not going to be any changes to the hands too much, but if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below and let me know what you think future iterations of the Explorer II might be. But thanks for watching another episode of Hawaiian Horology. Like and subscribe and comment below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Shoots!